I had actually just moved back from LA, where I've been living on and off for 10 years, and I lived 1 block away from here. And I was not interested in buying anywhere at that point, and my mother actually found it for me. She thought I should really go and have a look at it, and I didn't want to. And the minute I walked in, I just knew I had to have it. It felt really similar to the apartment that I grew up in. What I love about the flat is that the layout of it is all very open plan and connected. So for such a small space, you can really see all of it together really, and the whole thing flows really well. I'm a photographer and designer. I design a lot of things like album artwork, and that is great because it means I can work from home most of the time. For me, the flat, it was really important that it was great for entertaining because I love to cook and I have big dinners here and I have big parties here and most late nights end up back here. So for me, we had to work really well for that, and the mirrored walls really help with that because I can be in the kitchen cooking and still see what's going on and be part of whatever's happening out here. I love my Seska chairs, which I found on eBay. And the guy even brought them up here himself, so that was a total bargain. But I've always loved them, so then when I did this place, they were one of the first things that I knew I wanted to get. I also love my Diane van Vastenburg rug. Surprisingly resilient and has had red wines built on it numerous times, and it still looks great. I love the screen, which I got on First Dibs, and it was one of the first pieces that I actually bought after I bought the flat. I really like it with the chairs in front of it. I love the shape of the top of it. It's kind of like deco. I never actually thought I'd be the kind of person that would buy an orange sofa. I ended up really liking it, and I kind of feel that even though orange and green is not a particularly obvious colour combo, it kind of works. But the shape was the most important for me because obviously it's actually blocking half a doorway, so I had to make sure that the arms were low enough that visually it didn't take up too much space. I wanted the chairs to swivel so you could, again, use them if you're talking to me and I'm in the kitchen or like here at the table. I bought really cheap swivel bases on Amazon. They were like $50 or something, and I had them sent over from America, and then I had them reupholstered. They ended up being the exact same height as the sofa, which works really well. This drawing was a present for my 30th birthday. It's an Egon Schiele, who I love, although it is actually being kept in place right now with blue tack, which is probably not a brilliant idea, and at some point I should probably change that, but for now it works. It's like staying where it's meant to stay. My kitchen's basically invisible. All of this paneling is actually cupboards, which is great. It means that I haven't got to look at appliances all the time. There used to be a Mexican restaurant down the street on Portobello called Santo, and they had these huge lights like this that I absolutely loved, and I spent ages trying to find some similar, and I went through so many different vintage stores and websites and whatever trying to find these Perspex lights, and I found them at the White Company, and I bought 3 of them. I wanted the bedroom to be quite warm. You know, the curtains are cream velvet and the bed is upholstered in velvet. Again, because this is quite a small room, I like having mirrors in here because you can see the wardrobes reflected in it, and I feel like gives you double the sense of space. This is an Alan Jones that I got a few years ago. The colours didn't really go anywhere else in my apartment other than in my bedroom. It was quite a challenge actually mounting it to a mirror, and it has fallen down once before, and I'm always concerned that it might actually decapitate me in my sleep. But if I'm gonna go, that's kind of how I'm fine being killed by my own Alan Jones. So that's I got these bedside tables at the old cinema in Chiswick. They're early 1930s, and I love how deep they are because there's obviously not a lot of room on the top of them, and they're great. I just love like the burr wood, and I think the shape of them matches the shape of the bedhead really well. The cheetah I got on Portobello Road, and growing up around the corner, I got used to knowing how to haggle with everybody so I get a good deal. So yeah, I got him for a bargain down the market. This is my very small guest room, which I actually really like to sit here in the summer as well with the doors open for the garden. And it's actually surprisingly comfortable considering it's so small. And I think that's kind of key, to have a comfortable guest room that's not too nice so people don't stay too long. With the bathroom, because it's such a small space, I really wanted it to be interesting and not something that was just a sort of, you know, could be anything type room. And then the tiling, I had seen actually on exterior buildings in Tokyo, and I really liked the sort of subway tiles but with the black grouting. This door was the original door for the galley kitchen, which when I bought the apartment there was a stack of doors that was just leaning up against the wall, and I got rid of all of them except this one because I liked the window in it, which I think works with the whole feel of the bathroom. I mean, as much as I love my apartment, there's definitely every 6 months I decide I'm going to rip the whole thing out and do it again, but I don't. And yeah, for the most part, I'm completely happy with it.